Circling back to one of our top stories, Papua New Guinea's massive landslide 3 days ago is believed to have buried more than 2,000 people. Our treacherous mountain terrain has hampered rescue and relief efforts. For more on the situation on the ground, Serhan Aktoprak, he's chief of mission in Papua New Guinea at the International Organization for Migration, joins us live from Port Moresby. Mr. Aktoprak, speaking earlier, you said you needed to wait until later the afternoon today to know the weather in the village in which we have seen this massive landslide. Now, it is afternoon, past afternoon. What is the weather like, and why does it matter in this relief and rescue effort?
Thank you. The conditions on the ground are very volatile. The debris is still moving, increasingly posing additional danger to everyone around and also to the relief teams. Weather matters because the water that is flowing under the debris stuck between the ground on which this massive earth landed is flowing, and that is triggering further sliding of this mass. When coupled with any potential rain, this is going to lead to unprecedented disasters. In under just 5 hours, Papua New Guinea would have woken to an unprecedented landslide disaster. At the moment, as we have heard from the national authorities, they're estimating that more than 2,000 lives are lying buried under the 6 to 8 meter thick soil with a lot of rocks. Still, rocks are falling from the mountain, pushing the debris further, causing extreme dangerous situations for the surrounding villages, and therefore more than 1,500 people had to be evacuated.
Mr. Aktoprak, pardon me for cutting in right now. Now you talk about dangerous situations, so weather making it worse, rubble and water flow that is unstable right now. And we have seen pictures of people using shovels, their hands, to dig desperately for those who might still be alive. Are they not making this more unstable? Would it make sense to wait for, I suppose, bigger scale assistance coming in, for example, from Australia, excavators, to get this job done rather than seeing it piecemeal, unorganized, amid very unstable conditions?
International aid is on the way and will be arriving by tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. But we are also talking about the traditions. People are not allowing any heavy machinery to come close. I had an opportunity to speak with the Enga provincial administrator, and he himself explained to me that they would need to negotiate with the community who is grieving for their dead, who is not willing to let any of the heavy machinery to come until they complete their mourning and grieving session. And nobody knows how long this can take. But on the other hand,
Mr. Aktoprak, we're looking at pictures of that right now. Is there any, would it be better to wait for them to finish mourning, or perhaps if we bring in excavators, we might take away any need for them to mourn if they're actually able to find any survivors? Are you writing off the chance of finding survivors and therefore saying, let them mourn and then we relieve and recover?
I think people are themselves realizing that there are very little chances of any survival, because in just over 4 hours, 4 days will have been completed since this disaster hit. And for that reason, we see that every effort is made, but we have very little window to operate under those circumstances, because the soil is actually moving under their feet, and with the limited tools, only this is how much they can operate. So far, only 5 bodies could have been recovered from this massive debris, and the government is estimating 2,000 are buried underneath. So you can see the scale.
The task is, there's so many different things you need to be looking at. Very quickly, if you look at priorities here, what might they be in the next 24 hours? Very quickly, final question.
relief assistance, food, water, shelter, and we are very grateful for the opportunity for the world community to hear the plight of the people on the ground. And we would be grateful for any assistance that could be rendered.
Thank you for taking the time to speak to us. Mr. Serhan Aktoprak, he's Chief of Mission in Papua New Guinea at the International Organization for Migration. Thank you.